Hey y'all, welcome back to Jarhead Bonsai. I'm Jared Paul, and today we are not at the ranch. I'm at a client's house and just doing some seasonal gardening for her. I'm going to wire in a topiary, and that dog will not stop barking at me, so that's fun. Anyways, let's get right to it. So the house is down a slope. So what I did last year is she really wanted ornamental grasses, so I planted one here and one there and a bunch around the back, around the hot tub and fire pit area. But I got a specific Japanese dwarf one that flowers with pink flowers. All right, so bear with me. Hopefully when I get down the driveway, that dog will stop. So anyways, these were too small for up here. She wants more coverage, so I scored some tall, variegated with a nice little blue hue, ornamental grasses. Somebody posted that they were digging up theirs to thin them out, and so I was the beneficiary. So she's got some nice trees up top that I've shaped in. This will be my third growing season working here. So I'll probably shape in those boxwoods there. The trees took a hard hit with the last storm. The main trunk and branch broke off of this. So I got a new toy today, so I'll be able to hopefully minimize the looks of that. I have no idea what these are, except maybe those are hawthorns because it's such a steep hill. I don't even know if you could tell the grade. But I had to hold on to branches while pruning them last year, and there's tons of thorns, so that was fun. You see that gorgeous eastern redbud there in full flower, nice in the front there. And some more trees that were very long and straggly. That's what I came across. This property hadn't been maintained properly in probably a dozen years, so some stuff I pruned really hard back last year. This year, I'm kind of just letting it look nice and full. Making my way down the front yard. Luckily, I don't have to mow the lawn this year. Do everything but the mowing. So taking a look at my new toys. So I really needed a hand saw, so I picked up one of those. I got this wireless, battery operated, obviously, DeWalt hedge pruner. These I got at the beginning of the season. These are old, but these two are game changers. So I gave her one of these for Christmas. It's one of my white spruces that I grow on my tree farm. It's one of the prize pupils. And I'm going to throw some 3mm wire on it today. She wants one of the classic corkscrew topiary style. So I haven't done that yet, so I will put that and all my other work today on a time lapse after this long intro. So these specifically took the hardest pruning last year because they were horrible. These are English boxwoods as well, a little bit of a darker variety. Very nice though. They came back strong. When I tell you that the client looked at me like I was crazy because of how hard I pruned them, and I told him it was a 2-year prune. Same with these laurels. They were just long and leggy and terrible. You see how they kind of get leggy there in the back? Well, they were up about this high like that. It was bad. But look at this nice ground cover. Really came in well this year. Up under the redbud with my Volvo wagon really ruining the aesthetic. All right, so making the way around the corner. I'm going to get down in the bottom of these boxwoods today and nip up some of that growth. But as far as the foliage, I'm not even going to round it out this year or do anything with the hedge pruners on those. This is some sort of flowering tree. I don't know. I haven't seen cherries on it, but it resembles a cherry in the trunk. There's a few of them going down this side hill. Pruned this up the other day, raised the canopy. Pruned off any dead growth. It's looking lovely. So this is this amazing juniper that was, when I tell you it was out to here, it was so overgrown and it was up to those windows. So I took a crack at it without a saw, but I discovered like the most amazing trunks in there. So what I want to do today is clean up that trunk line. So coming off of the house is the gorgeous wrapping crazy juniper trunk, and then I would like to get more of an even top and take out some of the wood that's showing. So that'll be fun. And I'll just show you where I planted the ornamental grasses this last year. So it's right on the river here. It's really nice and private. So I planted these. They're like giant white daffodils. They're still in bloom here. I chopped them down in the front because they were past due like these. These are already coming down. So they look lovely. And in between, offsetting, these get 3 to 4 feet tall, and they have pink feathery flowers in autumn, so that's why I got them. So I might take those other two I dig up and put one extra one over there, and maybe where that rock is, I'll put it on it. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. A pretty cool setup here. Nice little fire pit area and a hot tub. Boom. All right, let's get to it. All right, so that did not work at all. So it's some pretty strong wire, and this trunk is just really set up. So I'm going to remove the wire, and I have plenty of trees to choose from. I mean, this tree has really come into its own. Really nice. Get out of that shadow. Anyways, so good news is nice, strong, healthy tree. Bad news is that's not the one for the topiary. A fail. All right, I'll show you what I did so far. Look at these lovely flowers. Anyways, got in behind here. Like I showed you, it was a total mess before. And I got rid of all the dead branches that were kind of growing underneath. I still have to do these little ones here. And it's 3 very nice juniper trunks. So I had to saw that. That's where it broke. So now I'm going to go around the front. I'll put that on a time lapse with my new toy. The saw worked great. Now to play with the hedger. I did a lot the other day, so I really just want to even out the top and maybe clean up the bottom a little bit. All right, so took a lot off the back, like I said. That's a lot of branching for very little foliage. More down the hill. So definitely wanted to fill in there. If I tried to take out any more height, it would have really left a big hole. And if you do any gardening for people, you know, dramatic, you want to minimize the dramatics. You want to do what's right for the trees, especially when you come across something that's just aggressively grown for 10 years. So I gotta nip that. So I think first hard prune back, it looks way nicer already, and in the future it's gonna be really impressive, especially with those trunks. Boom. All right, y'all, so that's going to do it for today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I got the new grasses planted. I put an extra one over there so it'll cover up that electrical box. A little boom and a little boom to cover that box. And I'm really happy with how today turned out. But I do a couple hours here, a couple hours there so that I enjoy it. So that's the beauty of it. There's always something to do. So really happy with how that juniper turned out. Really, in the future, it's gonna be gangsta. So I'm Jared Paul, and for my family, yours, cheers.